Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
And this is episode 215.
215. I swear to God, I ain't got the pink
So we are in the building once more for another week. Thank y'all for checking us out. We appreciate everything that y'all do. We got a lot to talk about. So how was your week this week, my good sir?
Pretty slow. First of all, I want to apologize about I was trying to get the lyrical breakdown together.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I apologize about that. But yeah, I usually try to way things are now. I try to get stuff because that's how you kind of see me at different times.
Right.
I try to get the first part in the morning and then maybe get the other part. Yeah. So we can help, and plus it helps me to remind myself, oh yeah, I gotta do this. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent with that. Week was pretty solid. Nothing too much happening.
Okay.
How was your week?
It was pretty good, but I mean, it was kind of slow. I mean, it was a good week, but it went by really slow. I was like, my God, I'm just so ready for the weekend again. It's like, I think it's just the job. The job, they can stress you out, man, to the point where you just like, I'm ready for the weekend, even though it's Monday. I just started back work and I'm already ready for the weekend.
That's what I'm saying, man. Just like that's why niggas don't, with the job situation. People like, oh, lazy Americans, they don't want to work. Oh, let me fix that real quick. These lazy Americans don't want to work. That's like, nah, man, we tired of y'all exploiting us and shit. Man.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you gonna work hard.
What up, R2G2?
And you're gonna work hard, but then it's like you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then they're gonna tell you you're lazy.
Right.
And it's like, nah, y'all just y'all don't want to do shit, but you depend on us to do shit. Yeah. Like niggas tired of that shit.
Most of y'all wouldn't do the jobs that we do. Sitting comfortable at the top.
Very comfortable.
But yeah.
We'll get. I'm about to say, speaking of sitting very comfortable, we will talk about that. In one of our topics today. So let's give y'all a heads up. So
definitely, man. So yep. So but yeah, anything new with your job or anything?
No, man. It's the same old warehouse shit. That's about it.
I feel you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We top 5 dead alive, best rapper alive.
Yeah, man.
Wrap the furniture, you know what I'm saying? That's what.
But yeah, it's just been a week, man. So yeah, I guess there's not too much to talk about on that. I ordered a shirt for the concert me and Howie going to for the Wu-Tang and Nas New York State of Mind tour. Just came in yesterday. So kind of ready for that, you know what I mean? So yep. But yeah, anyway, before we go too far, we gotta send some condolences out. Rapper Trina, her niece, her name is Tony Chester, was shot and killed in Miami earlier, within the past couple of days, earlier this week.
I thought that was last week.
Was it last week? I just thought about it like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm still thinking about that DJ, the rap
when it fell off. Yeah. That's different. But,
yeah.
But yeah, I feel you. It's been so many, man. It's easy to get stuff mixed up. But our condolences out to her, man. I don't know the circumstances, but all I know is she was shot to death somewhere in Miami. That's Trina's hometown, and I don't know, man. I just hate to hear that, man. The gun violence is crazy. So y'all be careful out here.
Yeah, shit getting crazy, man. Well, it's gonna get worse, man. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on in this country that honestly the people ain't really, the media used to be able to talk, but they ain't really telling you everything. A lot of shit about to go down, man. So people gonna get crazy. So I'm just gonna leave that as the way it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you.
No, but you're right though. It's gonna get worse, man. Worse. But anyway, let's give her a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. Much appreciated. So, Trina hasn't really done much talking about it, but, a few news outlets have talked about that. So Trina's probably trying to just take it easy, soak it all in, man. 'Cause that's rough, man.
Yeah,
it's one thing to lose a family member, but to lose them to gun violence and all that, man, that's crazy.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm assuming she wasn't really that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But, you never know nowadays, because we later on, we got to talk about T.I.'s son and him and his altercations and running his mouth. So hopefully that's not how it was with her. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our question of the day. Howie's question of the day was
Conway and Flex. Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? They have actually squashed their beef, so that's a good thing, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But where do we go from here? How should this play out at this point? I don't know, man. For me, I'm glad they squashed the beef. But I really want to know, what's Funk Flex going to do? Is he going to switch it up and actually say, hey, let me try to do better? Or is he like, nah, I'm standing on my ground. This is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. But, it's a good question. Where do we go from here? What do you think about that?
Like, we'll discuss it. You know what I'm saying? I'll get into it
a little bit later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all let us know in the comments, how y'all think things should play out now that Funk Flex and Conway have squashed their beef, and where do we go from here? All right, so we're going to jump into some birthdays real quick. So I only got a couple today. Yesterday was my man Petey Pablo, straight out of North Carolina.
My Petey Pablo.
Yes, sir. So happy birthday to him. Coming up tomorrow on the 24th, my man Esoteric from Czarface. Happy birthday to him. Coming up on the 27th, we got two. We got my man Tory Lanez, the Pinky Toe Shooter.
No, Pinky Toe.
And my man Westside Gun on the same day from Griselda. So happy birthday to them. Boom. Exactly. Griselda staying in the headlines, man. So yeah, let's give them all some claps if you don't mind.
Claps. Hold on. Well, hold on.
Yeah. So, and again, thank y'all for checking us out week after week. Once again, don't forget, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. We need money. Allocated.
So we can get the school.
We really gonna make a school one of these days.
Yeah, we're gonna make a school.
Speaking of school, we got to get my man. We have on the show from A&T, Byron Turner.
Yeah.
He teaches hip hop up there at the school. So
man, it's sad, man. I want to try to. I would love to take the class, but unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we need it. Yeah, we definitely. I might need to reach out to him and get him on the show again. I definitely need to do that.
Yeah, man.
That was really cool.
Yep. And if y'all can't notice it, my man got the Wu-Tang shirt on. We got to flex a little. Got to get that W going. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing with
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes, sir. So yeah, speaking of Wu-Tang, let's go ahead and jump into some new music real quick. So speaking of Wu, actually, my man Dave East just did a song with Method Man.
Oh, word.
Yeah, called Unbelievable.
So hold on. So basically, this nigga did a song
with himself.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. Exactly. Yeah, the nigga that played the nigga did the same to play the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's dope.
But that's still dope, though.
Yeah. Definitely. So, yep. And then, so that's called Unbelievable. Y'all check that out. My man RJ Payne got a song with King Crook and Shoe Gang.
Okay.
Called Execution Style. That joint go hard. So RJ Payne, he loved those collaborations, man. And I think he likes those a lot because it gives him a chance to try to outshine everybody else. Because he's one of them rappers. When he rap, he's trying to outshine everybody.
Yeah.
So I think he be doing them collabs on purpose. Like, all right, let me throw a song with you and you and you. Let me see if I can outshine all y'all niggas, you know? So anyway.
That's a challenge, man. Because, I mean, that's the thing, too. Like, especially against King Crook.
Right.
King Crook ain't no slouch.
That dude is a beast.
God, man.
So, yeah, y'all should go check that out. It's called Execution Style. It's, like I said, RJ Payne, King Crook, and Shoe Gang. And Shoe Gang is pretty dope, too.
Oh, that's the original Horseshoe Gang, right?
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. When they went against Hobson and them, I mean, and I love Hobson and them, but nah, they weren't fucking with that.
Right. Exactly. So, yep. And then also on the Wu front, we got my man Raekwon did a song with Styles P called Time Will Tell. You know, so you know that's pretty dope. And then my man, another Wu joint, my man Capadonna just dropped something called Bring It Out.
Okay.
Man, that joint go hard. The beat, it gives you that classic Wu-Tang beat feeling. So, you know, I love that one. I think that's my favorite out of the new songs I've heard recently.
Man, Wu get busy.
Yep. And I heard a new joint by The Game called Violence. That's dope. So The Game, you know, he dropped his Drillmatic album. It hasn't come out yet. I thought it had already come out, but it's not out yet, but it will be out soon. So, yeah.
Yeah, The Game's decent. But I mean, you know, I think he definitely, hopefully, you know, with this be his second win, but he definitely missed some opportunities because of, well, I won't get into that, but anyway, continue.
Honestly, man, The Game is one of my favorite lyricists. Not, you know, from the West Coast, of course, but in general, you know, he's a dope lyricist. I don't think he gets enough credit because he stays in so much drama. You know, you kind of overlook his lyrics. But
yeah.
If you go back, man, some of the lyrics, I'll be like, yo, this dude be bodying niggas. I don't know why people he underrated, dude. So,
but
you know.
That's the thing, man. It's just we come to we're in the way of the culture where, like, just saying stupid shit, not saying that he say stupid shit, well, sometimes he has, but saying stupid shit and things is just, that outweighs the actual art. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, that's kind of where it is.
Yep. So, yeah, so that's it for my new music. Y'all go check all that out. We gotta jump into some topics. And there was one thing I forgot to tell you how it is. One thing I forgot, I found out Issa Rae has a new show on HBO Max called Rap Shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an actual scripted show, kind of like that show Queens with Eve and all them.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like these chicks who trying to get into the rap game, and they out of Miami. Okay. So, you know, Miami is all about a lot of the bass music, the booty shaking, and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's a conflict because the one girl, she wants to be more conscious and lyrical. Yeah. But they like, you know, that may not sell no records though.
Yeah, especially not in Miami. Right. I mean, because you gotta respect, you know. Yeah. Anyway, continue.
But that's it. It's basically that, and that's the conflict of the shows, from what I understand. I'm gonna go watch it after this because I just found out about it right before you got here. Okay. And so it's called Rap Shit, and you know, it's just a conflict of, you know, should I be lyrical or should I go with them and be doing all the booty popping and twerking and, you know, just to sell the records. So, you know, that's a good conflict, and that's a good storyline for these days because it's an issue that's going on with a lot of rappers. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, so. But anyway, so I'm gonna check it out. We'll report next week on what it is, how it goes, and I'll let y'all know how good it is or not, whatever. The people who are in it, I didn't recognize it from the trailer. I didn't recognize any of the faces. So I don't think it's anybody like big name, but if it was, it might just be somebody I don't know that I just don't keep up with. But it looks like a good concept though. Anyway, so Westside Gunn, he said earlier this week, Jay Electronica might be on Griselda. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, that would be dope, man. I mean, Jay Electronica, he's been down with Rock Nation under their management. And, you know, he's dropped a couple of albums, but they haven't really had that much success. You know, especially the joint he did where Jay-Z was on like every record. It's like, it's cool, but you overdoing it, you know. Calm down with the Hova reference, you know. I mean, you got to let Jay do one, maybe two, but normally one is good, and then let it go, let it ride. But
that ain't me.
Damn dog, man.
Yeah, I'm saying, man.
Back there, huffing and puffing and shit. But anyway, so let's see if this happens. I'm gonna slap the shit out this dog.
Dang, son, don't slap the dog.
She keep doing that shit every time I start talking. But anyway, I hope that Griselda can do something good with Jay Electronica, because maybe something about their structure might help get him to a broader audience.
I definitely think. Well, there's a thing though. He would still be under Rock Nation because Zelda got a partnership with
right.
Rock
So he'd
Nation.
still be affiliated.
So he'd still be affiliated.
Yeah.
I would say this. Yeah, I would say this. I mean, I think he'd be a good fit for him. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. I mean, other than I don't know how he's gonna. With the drug reference and things that Zelda does, I don't know how he's going to do that. But maybe he can, maybe him being there, he can kind of, maybe smooth it out.
Right.
And then bring a different type of vibration or a different type of, different type of vibe to the Griselda camp. But yeah, that would be interesting. Definitely be something to see.
Yeah. So I haven't checked Jay Electronica's page to see if he confirmed it, but Westside Gun was basically like, I think Jay Electronica might be on Griselda. Y'all go ask him.
Boom, 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 boom.
So that would be dope. So we're gonna see how it play out. I would love to see him do some songs with them too. So
facts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jay Electronica is one of those underrated lyricists as well. He don't get enough credit for his lyricism, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, so let's jump back into the Conway and Funk Flex thing since we're talking about Griselda, about them squashing their beef. You know what I mean? They did, to kind of commemorate the whole thing, they did a freestyle. I don't know if Flex helped produce it, but basically they did a freestyle where it's called the R.I.P. Steve Smith freestyle. R.I.P. Steve Smith. So, and I heard it, and it was a dope freestyle. I don't think Funk Flex talks on it or anything like that, but I feel like he helped produce the beat or something like that, or they partnered up in some kind of way to just show we squashed it. You know what I mean? So, that's interesting to me. I just really want to know, is Funk Flex actually going to play their music and other artists like them who are grimy, underground, hardcore, street hip hop? You know what I mean? And I don't give a damn what nobody say. They represent New York. You can say, they Buffalo. They still represent New York. You know what I mean? As a state, they represent New York, and they have that familiar New York sound that a lot of us New Yorkers like, and those who grew up on the original art form like. Not that we don't like nothing else, but if that's where you're from, you tend to like that a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the throwback, and then they didn't. I think they even explained in their whole thing they didn't really get the chance. The Boroughs, they got the chance to experience the '90s. Yeah. They didn't really get the chance to get in that scene. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like them getting it in.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it, everybody like them, really. Yeah. I mean, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? But going back, a lot of people are like, Flex ain't give them no spins. But I mean, at the same time, I do have to agree with them on some of the stuff they have. That was the things they have. That's not for a radio listening, pop, chewing gum, bubble gum popping ass artist audience. That's no offense to them. It's just that's what they like. They want they want the snap and the do dances with instructions and shit, and what I'm saying, little dumbed down references. They ain't. I mean,
but my drug is this though. A lot of drill music gets put on the radio though.
Yeah,
and they talking about killing and all of this crazy stuff.
But I'm not talking about content. I'm talking about the way it's structured. That's what they when I hear people saying it ain't for the radio, it's like that's a throwback. People, kids not gonna get that, nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the drill and all that stuff, they understand that. You know what I'm saying? They understand that. The one thing I can expect about them drill rappers was they live their shit. God damn it.
Yeah.
They live their shit. I don't know they live long with their shit, but they live their shit.
They live it, but they might not live long, but they live it.
I am not denying they don't live their shit because they live it.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, but with Griselda, like I said, they're you know what I'm saying? They're more like I'm not gonna say underground, but they kind of, they got their cult following, and you know what I'm saying? They're the style is a whole lot different than what today music is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I understand why people were saying like, this ain't made for, radio spins, because it's not.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
For the, you know what I'm saying? Not for this time.
Right.
Yeah.
And y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about that, the Conway and Funk Flex situation. I mean, it's great that they squashed it, but, how do y'all think things are going to play out? You know what I mean? So, and I mean, they doing their thing on XM radio, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they get good spins on there.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, Shay's the boss.
Right.
You want to make sure they get through, so yeah.
Yep. So I really would like to hear them more on people like Funk Flex. I mean, even if they're not in heavy rotation, I would love to hear, once or twice a day, throw a Griselda in there. You know what I mean? So the kids have a little more variety. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I like variety. I don't like to just hear the same old, little this is up next, and little that is up after that, and little such and such. And Young Thug is right after that.
And then Young Thug in jail still. Young Thug ain't gonna be up with shit.
Right. But you know what I mean. I'm just, making an example. But
Young Thug, they. The only thing about that situation, we can talk about that a little bit, is that like, when the lady was talking about, hey, what you feel about the movement, with Black Lives and the police? Oh, we over here having fun over here. Yeah, that's coming back to bite him hard.
Right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and talk about
don't worry about that.
Let's talk about T.I. and his son. His son got into a little altercation at the Waffle House where, all altercations happen.
At the Waffle Hut.
Right.
They brought his bitch.
I call it the Awful House.
To the Waffle Hut. Y'all looking at me like I'm some kind of fuck up. And this motherfucker here brought his bitch to the motherfucking Waffle Hut. I'm sorry. Every time I hear about Waffle House, that's what I think. You ever seen that movie, The Lady Killers? Yeah, fucking bro, he brought his bitch to the Waffle Hut. Everybody's looking at me like I'm a fuck up, but this motherfucker here brought his motherfucking bitch to the motherfucking. Oh shit!
But as the story goes, T.I.'s son King was in the Waffle House eating, and I guess they got his order wrong. And instead of doing a normal thing and just saying, "Hey, my order was wrong," can we get this fixed? He just decides to go off and just, yapping and running his mouth, making threats and all of that. And we got any sound effects of what actually?
Hold on, I got.
We might have to play some sound effects as to what actually took place after he started running his mouth. You know what I mean? But it's funny to me, man, how young he is and how tough he thinks he is, you know what I mean? But yeah, he kept running his mouth, and then eventually
he definitely got some.
he got.
Yeah, damn, shut up. Excuse me. We ain't paid for the sound effect this shit, so forget that.
Right, you gonna get these ass done.
Okay, forget that. Yeah. But that's what he got. He got some of these. They sound a little better now on that speaker than the other joint. The other one sound like Jack. It sound like Jack's from Mortal Kombat when he first got the fucking arm ripped off the first time.
Right.
Nigga go down the bag like this. I can't do nothing. No, you can't do nothing with them 99-cent goddamn arms and shit. No, I can't do shit.
Man, listen. So, as y'all can probably tell, T.I. his son got his ass whooped.
Oh yeah.
Because he just kept talking shit to these people and wouldn't let it go. And went outside, left the building, still talking shit. And so eventually, I guess I don't know how many people, but the whole crew at the Waffle House just came out and whooped his ass. And he kept talking about my people about to pull up. We're going to get y'all. My people about to pull up. And they ain't never show up. Then he talking about, so they just went to Walmart to buy their guns. I was like,
nigga. Walmart?
They're going to buy their guns.
Pew, 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 pew. I mean, Walmart got guns, but why would you say? I mean, my thing of it is this.
That's how you can tell he's not a real hood kid. He don't know nothing about hood life.
Walmart? Walmart?
Man, listen.
Come on, man.
And he's sitting there showing off on the camera how they whooped his ass. I'm like, look, man, they got me. His arm was swole.
They got 30 on me, bro. They got 70 on me, bro.
So I had all this shit in my head. He said, y'all should see my back. I'm like, dude, why are you bragging about getting your ass whooped? That's rule number one.
And then my thing of it is this. It's like, these people are working class people.
Right.
And another thing too, I didn't appreciate T.I. talking down. Those are working class people. They don't want they there to do a service. And for the most part, I mean, I know people getting confrontation and stuff. There's certain types of people that run that or do the stuff with Waffle House. I understand it could be confrontation and stuff, but for the most part, these people are trying to work a job and go home.
Yeah,
these are working class people.
Exactly.
They're trying to work. These people are the backbone of America. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be able to get shit. Yeah. Obviously, you can't do shit because you probably don't know how to do shit.
Yeah,
you probably can't cook a waffle.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you letting your son go up there and talk shit, and then he defending his son like, why would you talk to him like that, and he on another level? Man, tell your son to stop talking to adults like that.
Yeah,
before he get his ass whooped again.
See, it used to be. It's funny because me and Brittany were talking about this. It used to be a time that when you was a certain age and you knew someone was older than you, like an adult, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. No, sir.
Right.
Hey, Mom, Mr. Hanks got ice cream sticks, whatever. I got Freezy Pops. Can I go over to Mr. Hanks and get some? It wasn't like, yo, Frank got ice cream joints. I'm gonna go over. Yeah, Frank got that good. Yeah, it ain't Mr. Hanks.
Right.
And I'm just using that for example. Yeah, Mr. Hanks got this. Yeah, it was respect. You know what I'm saying? But now, man,
it's a whole different game.
And it's just like, and my thing of it is this. The feds watch all this shit.
Yeah.
The feds watch all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gonna come up here and say, yeah, they getting guns, they doing this. So when something pop off and the court come up, all they gotta do is like, well, let's just hear in the altercation, 723, that you got a strap for your boys.
Do you recall that?
Do you recall that, sir? We got you. We got you saying the affidavit here.
Right. We got the date, the time, everything.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, man. Like, come on, man. Like, how? What are you thinking?
And I'm sorry. I mean, if one of my kids was doing something like that, you can best believe they're about to be embarrassed because they're not going to get me defending them. I'm going to say, no, my kid was acting like a little jackass, and they're not going to do that again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. It's just, it's just, I feel that, it is apparent that T.I. is not the best parent in the world. I'm not going to say he's a bad parent.
Right.
I'm not going to say he's a bad parent because at least that man's in the children's life and he's got he's got a roof over their head. He provides for them. I'm not going to say he's a bad parent because at least he's with them kids. But I'm not gonna say he's the best parent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not the best, but I ain't gonna call him a bad parent. But he definitely should be correcting his son more. He should have made an example out of that. Like, this will not happen again because this is not how I raised you to act. But apparently he might have raised him to act.
Oh, yeah.
Son, if you get caught in an expeditious situation, you talk much shit as you want. Expeditiously. I don't care if you right and wrong or wrong and right. Just talk all the shit you want.
And the thing of it is him trying to use them big words on that, on that argument with the whole, with that whole situation. Like, what I'm saying? Especially you being from the hood or, because where we be like, was he from Park Hill?
I don't know.
I know you're from Atlanta.
He might be College Park.
College Park. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. I don't know why I said Park Hill Staten Island.
Yeah.
My bad.
Park Hill Project.
Yeah. I got my shit mixed up. Sorry about that. But College Park. I mean, I don't. But my thing of it is, it's like, you of all people should like, look, I know this man's a working man. You know what I'm saying? They don't. This is probably what all he gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And, he shouldn't have, my son shouldn't have got him like that. He should have just, and then on top of that, it kind of showed the character of the son too. It's like, well, damn, like, you really trying to ride on Waffle House employees?
Right. Exactly. I mean, if you drop this kid off in the real hood, he wouldn't know what to do. He'd be calling Dad, come pick me up, please.
No, I'm gonna do
I'll never flex again.
No, I'll do like Dave Chappelle or or that white kid they traded spouses. Yeah, I'm from the streets. Yeah. I'm gonna bring your ass here. I said, bring your ass here. I'm gonna take you to the streets. And say, well, this is a hood. They do drugs and stuff out here. And they deal dice game. I'll see you in a week. I'll pick you back up here in a week. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Yeah, that had me dying.
Trading spouses.
Yeah, exactly. That was hilarious. But yeah, so. I hope that's a lesson to y'all. Never let your kids, make a fool out of themselves and you as a parent. Acting like they all tough and knowing good and well you grew up in a suburb and some mansion kid.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, play your respective role. You know what kind of kid you are. That ain't you.
And speaking of Dave Chappelle gets canceled or gets the show canceled. First Avenue, and I just pulled up the article tribute to well, we ain't gonna say them Peacock motherfuckers. But anyway, so they so contributed them. This show was canceled in Minneapolis, First Avenue. That's the venue that he was canceled from after online backlash.
Online back. What's that? What are they talking about with the online backlash? What do they mean by that?
Well, this is the thing. He did a special. With the which I told you about, the Duke Ellington School of Arts. He actually talks about that. Okay, Minneapolis First Avenue on Wednesday canceled a Dave Chappelle show at the last minute after facing public backlash for booking the comedian. To the staff, artists, and community, we hear you and we are sorry. The venue said in a statement announcing that the show had been canceled. The decision came after an online petition on change.org. Dave Chappelle has a record of being dangerous to trans people. A record of being dangerous. Can I see the record?
Right. What are you talking about, man?
What record?
Come on, man.
Oh, because he whooped the hell out of that one kid talking about that was a transgender man.
Right. I mean, they need to stop that, man.
And First Avenue has a duty to protect the community. The petition, which had just over 120 signatures.
Really?
That's not a lot.
Right. That's nothing.
That's not a lot. What the fuck? So, because 120 of you
out of 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So out of 120 you didn't feel safe. Now we gotta cancel the show.
Yo, this is
Somebody make it make sense.
that man ain't never done anything to the LGBTQI plus whatever community at all. You know what I mean? Other than be supportive of them and explain his support. And still now y'all looking at him like he a monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in the special, The Closure, if you watch it, he said he had a transgender friend,
Mm-hmm.
Daphne, who killed herself because of the backlash that the transgender community gave her on Twitter. Jumped off a roof and killed herself. That's the story. He also said on the special, not doing no more trans jokes until we get understanding of each other. Then that's when I'll continue.
Yeah.
So he ain't
what
saying
part of that.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Makes this man dangerous.
But then it's like certain other people from that community is like, you know, they're like, well, have you seen the show? Nah, I ain't seen the show. Why do I need to watch it? But it's like, if you've seen it,
right,
you would understand what yeah, I mean, he's just joking, but the thing of it is, Chappelle jokes at everybody too.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You're making baseless accusations. And it's like, but you know what? It's like people like that, even if they watched it, they would still find some fault with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See? You see that? He said so that means he's attacking us.
Yeah, he's a surf.
Right.
Or turf. I forgot what the fuck
I don't know.
Shits. Anyway, so the decision, okay, Chappelle's actions uphold a violent, I had never heard of this word, heteronormative culture. I never heard of that word. Right. What the fuck is that?
They making up words.
Heteronormative? What the fuck is that?
They're making up new words.
What the fuck is that? Somebody new question of the day. What the fuck is heteronormative?
Right.
Heteronormative. The fuck is that? Culture and the
I guess they're trying to say that he's trying to make heterosexuality the norm, like you shouldn't be a part of the LGBT.
But the thing of it, he gave props to the Stonewall gays.
Right.
No one ain't saying shit about that.
Right. I mean, the man has been nothing but supportive.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I mean, this is foolish at this point. I mean, he's been so clear about his support, and like you said, that he even said he would not make any more jokes, just so we can come to an understanding of each other. And y'all still trying to brand this man.
I don't get it.
As a monster.
That's like the whole time with, you know, when they was doing the thing out of Netflix the first time.
Yeah.
The dude, you know, they come up there with they sign. This one kid had a sign said, "We like Dave."
Right.
Dave was about to tear him shit down, met him with violence. Like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. So we can't say who we like?
Right.
Like if he can't be the opposition and he ain't hurt you, he ain't bothered you.
Right.
So what's going on? All right. So the comedian at First Avenue would move the Varsity Theater. So I'm assuming Varsity is kind of like in the same area in Minneapolis. Okay, which would honor all the tickets for the First Avenue tickets that were originally purchased for the show. And this was on Wednesday, so this was scheduled for Thursday, but it was already been scheduled for Thursday and Friday for the Varsity Theater. So, in the statement, okay, let's see. Saving First Avenue said his team and patrons worked hard to make our venues the safest place in the country, and we will continue that mission. We believe in diverse voices and freedom of artistic expression, but in honor of that, we saw sight of the impact it would have on the theater, blah, 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 yakety spackety. Yeah, that's about it. But it's just like, really, like right now, it just don't make sense, man. To make it make sense. Like, I don't get it. If I watched the special, if I was a transgender person, me watching the special, to me, I feel that I would, okay, I understand where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I understand where he's coming from. I'm glad he took the stand. I'm glad I heard the story about, Daphne. I understand where he's coming through from that. I'm glad he actually gave. That's the thing. How come they're not saying, I'm glad he gave someone from our community a chance to be a comedian?
Right.
Like, I'm not hearing that.
Nope.
Not hearing that. So, now, give or take, there might be something else going on that I don't know about. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? If they're saying, if the community say, well, he always runs behind her for this, and this, that, and the third, I can understand that they got something, or some angle. I can understand that, but to simply say that you don't like the man because of the special, and some of them haven't watched it, I can't take you seriously.
Right.
I can't.
Not at all. But of course, y'all, please weigh in the comments. Let us know how y'all feel about that. Whether you're Team Dave or anti-Dave, whatever side you're on.
We love Dave, man.
But we support and love Dave, man.
Yeah, we love Dave. I need to make my sign again. We love
Dave.
We love Dave.
Well, yeah, man. So but yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. All right, let's go. Matter of fact, let's talk about TD Jakes. You were saying that he made some disparaging comments about women, so they kind of branded him as the new Kevin Samuels.
Well, I'm not gonna say that they're branding him. I will shout out Urban X on this one because it does make sense. They're saying like the void of Kevin Samuels has been gone. So like it's just like now people see that since he's gone, it left a vacuum. So they see that this market is something that that's something that market that's something that people want to tap into.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
See if we can find the article about it, because I really don't know much about what's going on. I mean, he's somebody every now and then he is kind of put back in the headlines for something he said or did, or and I mean the mega church preachers are always getting in trouble. One of the channels I watch on YouTube was just talking about Kim Burrell, because she made some comments to her church people, because it said that I guess they were feeling like she was being a little too lavish or something like that, and she kind of made and she made some comments talking about some all y'all talking about me and y'all wearing all these swaddling clothes and all that, and people was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, she was taking a jab at people with a low amount of money, you know what I mean? And so she made some comments that just kind of made a lot of church goers feel kind of a certain kind of way.
Now, who's this again?
Kim Burrell.
Oh,
she's a pretty big name in the Christian gospel community.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
okay,
but yeah, I mean, and she's one of those. She's I guess what you call an elitist in that group. She hang out with people like TD Jakes and all of them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Every time I dressed up, man, when I went to church, because I'm a heathen.
Yeah, heathen now.
Fucking heathen. But every time I went, especially the white church, they're like, "Oh, you look like TD Jakes." And y'all motherfuckers better not say that shit again.
Right.
I ain't that ugly. I mean, I know I'm ugly, but I ain't that ugly.
That's how they look. All of us look.
All y'all niggas just look alike. You look like TD Jakes. Yeah. You're like, hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no. But anyway, going to this article. So this is on June 20th. So this has been a while. He had a sermon for.
This is about a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a sermon talking about real men pour in on Father's Day. He expressed his views. I'm just paraphrasing. This is from SK Pop. Sports Keed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how you say it. Keita, Sports Keita. Anyway, so basically, he talks about the video, expressed the place in the women's society. He's saying that in the clip that men having to be led by women or be supported by them, the divine order is broken. But this is my thing. I won't get into too much of that. But basically, this is my thing about it. You, sir. Matter of fact, let me look at the camera. You, sir. You, TD Jakes. You are the main reason why things are the way they are now. with women. You are the reason for that, sir. Let me go back to the 90s. Remember in the 90s you held conferences for men, had a men's conference, and you had a little, you had a little singing, you had a little dancing, you had, niggas getting ready to get out the billfold, you know what I'm saying? They gave a little bit of stuff, and then niggas gave. Then when you came back, like, oh, don't you love the song and everything? Won't it make you want to give? Don't you want to give a love off? Niggas like, look now, we done gave one time. I done gave. I done bought your book. I done bought, I bought a tape from family, this, that, and the third. Da. We done did this. All right, I'm spent. I got rent to pay. I got gas to get back. I gotta eat for the week. I done did what I did. Don't you want to go and give? And so what he did,
he realized that wasn't working.
That wasn't working. So what he did was he switched the audience and made it a woman's conference. And tapped into the emotions and know what you want to give. And see, now women are like, give me a check. We're always so beautiful. So now they mess with the emotion. And I'm not saying that women, there are women that are logical and rational. I understand that. I don't want to say that to be like, oh, well, women can be, because I can already hear that. But for the most part, these women, especially those who are single, they were easy prey. And now the way things are structured, that's what I'm saying. They were making money. They were really making money off the independent black woman. If you really think about it, I'm not going. If I'm TD Jakes, and I know this money's coming in on an influx like that, I'm not going to fix that shit. I wouldn't like, well, what you need to do is get you a strong man and come over here and do this and make sure that everything is right and holy matrimony. And then when you do find a man, I said, when you find a man that you need, I said, you can antelope and do things and make sure that you have a strong family. No, I'm not going to do that. No. You need to do what you need to do. Woman, I know that man and made you mad. I know that man has done things in your life and did this, but what I need you to do now is you just reach in your checkbook and bless the man of God. And when you bless the man of God, God will pull you out of blessing. I said, pull you out of blessing that you cannot receive. I don't know what the fuck I came up with all this shit. Because I was... That was a horrible TD Jakes impression. Horrible TD Jakes impression.
Go to the whole sermon.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, man. I wouldn't think, if I know, if me being on top, knowing that, hey, if I fix this problem that is plaguing our community, if I fix this, I'm not going to be able to eat. So I got to keep this shit broken. Right? I gotta keep this shit broken because this gonna feed me.
Right.
But now, like I said, people like Kevin Samuels love him or hate him. And I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't totally agree with him dogging on the women like that. I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree, now there's some things that he said I feel that were true. There's some things I'm like, okay, yeah, I can understand that. I see that. Do I feel that Kevin Samuels was an enemy to black women, the black community, particularly black women? I don't, yes and no. I mean, as far as the greatness on that platform, yeah, that's kind of detrimental. But as far as the community as a whole, I don't think he's the main problem. You understand what I'm saying? So with that vacuum being gone, and I feel like people saw that this man was making a profit off of degrading women, if and I'm putting that in quotations, in that space, and getting the profit off of making that. So I'm thinking they're saying well, hey, wait a minute. Well, if he did that and he made money and people are tuning in, I might need to do that to make money because this, and that way I can get the men to come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And I think, but yeah, like I said, though, he's talking about, women done came up and, they done did this and they don't need you, nigga. They don't need you. I tell you, they don't need you. But now you the main cause. You were the main cause, sir.
Yeah.
You were the main cause.
And I mean, I don't think sometimes these people think about what they say when they say it. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is, man. But, you do have to be careful about what you say nowadays, man. But, I'm sure he's getting a lot of backlash from the church and all of that. So, TD Jakes, man, I hope you can rectify that before they tear your whole service down.
Yeah. So.
All right. So, guess we're going to go ahead and move on. Let's get back to some hip hop. So
yeah. Sorry about that. No more sermon.
So the show Origins of Hip Hop.
All right.
The latest episode is Uncle Luke, the originator of Southern rap music out of Miami, and it goes real deep into his backstory and how he came up, and he's well known for very explicit lyrics, sexual content, booty shaking, and all of that good stuff. So it talks a lot about that. But he said in the beginning when he was getting started, he was bringing in acts like Roxanne Shante. He was supporting people like that. The Juice Crew, all those types, bringing them down to kind of help. Because he was kind of, running the local scene, but he wanted to kind of bring in those bigger names, and that would help blow him up, And so it's a good episode. I didn't really, I got about 75% through it. I didn't get all the way to the end, but
yeah, I think
it's pretty good.
I think De La Soul actually had like a song in his style.
Oh yeah,
talking about the Miami sound.
Yeah,
what I'm saying, but it's kind of funny, with that, they would honor Luke, but then allegedly diss Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I'm not allegedly. I'm just putting that there for him doing the. For Tupac having the women in the video and I Get Around joint.
Mm-hmm.
But continue.
Well, no, I was just saying in general, it's a good episode. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but of course, they had commentary by Miami rapper Trina, also Trick Daddy. So they're well-known Miami rappers. So of course, they're gonna weigh in on Uncle Luke's influence on them. And he talked a lot about the Two Live Crew, how he met them. What it started out, Two Live Crew started out as like these three dudes, but then two of them actually dropped out. And that's when Luke and one of the other dudes, I think it was Fresh Kid Ice.
That's the Asian, right?
Yeah,
I think just passed
them
away.
two came out later. So Two Live Crew started as three other guys actually before that. And they didn't want to, two of the guys didn't want to really do that type of explicit content and booty shaking music. So they was like, nah, this ain't for us. So that's when, they kind of formed the current version of the Two Live Crew. So it was a good story. I think y'all, anybody who has access, go look for it. It's called Origins of Hip Hop. Like I said, it's on the A&E network. If you can find it on demand or, wherever, especially that Grandmaster Flash episode, man, that was really good. So
going back to like Uncle Luke, now you said, one thing I would say, now you saying that this man, he was from Florida, right? From Miami.
Yep.
Now that's in the South, right?
Yep.
Okay, he reached his hands out to bring somebody from Queens, right?
Yep.
Okay, so my question is, what's this whole shit about North versus South?
Exactly.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Don't make a damn
because see
sense.
that's why I would say like, the hip hop back in our day made more sense because we were really fighting to be a genre. It wasn't none of this. I mean, you might have a little, rest in peace, Tim Dog. I think he probably was like, I mean, it started, but but I really think like it wasn't as big as it was. until maybe the 90s and stuff. But for the most part, everybody was trying to help each other because they understand. Look, we don't care where it's at. We're just trying to promote this. We're trying to promote this and grow this into it because we want to make this a genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
speaking
man.
of Tim Dog, y'all go check out my man's lyrical breakdown from this week. He did my man Tim Dog. I'm a man.
So what's up?
Mad dog.
So what's up?
Yeah. And also, once I finally got the video, it did take me a while because I couldn't find the lyrics nowhere. Where did you find the lyrics?
I had to listen to it and type it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was like, lyrics nowhere.
I should have. Man, you should have told me.
No, I'm just so used to going on the internet and they come right up. You know what I mean? It was a couple of websites.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain, like, people like, oh, Spotify got up. I'm like, no, the fuck it don't.
Right.
No, there's some shit. There's some gems out there that like Spotify don't have.
Yeah.
You gotta dig.
Yeah, because Ula didn't have them. There's a lot of other lyric websites that I go to. They didn't have it. There's one website I go to, AZ Lyrics. There's one called Genius Lyrics, and none of them had them. I was like, yo, what the hell?
But yeah, it's but that's the thing, man. It's just like with that album, not to take over Luke, but with Tim Dog, he only, like I said in the video, he only really had like allegedly like 2 albums.
Yeah.
But you could clearly hear that in the night, because that Do or Die came out in 93. Penicillin on Wax came out in 91. You can clearly tell that Tim Dog in 93 was better than that Tim Dog in 91.
Yeah.
You can clearly tell it.
Yeah.
So I would love to see, what a Tim Dog in 95 would sound like.
Right.
I would love to see that, but
that would have been nice, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to Tim Dog, man. I mean, he did have a lot of controversy, coming out, with the diss records. We ain't gonna go into that, but
yeah.
But he was definitely known for just trying to support that New York sound. So, but anyway, but yeah, so I just wanted to say, check out that show, Origins of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
And the episode about Luke was really good. You know what I mean?
And if you can just help a brother out, with a bootleg copy, or excuse me.
Right.
I mean, you got it at your house, brother, man, kind of, see it, you know what I'm saying? Because, these bills and shit be high.
Right. Pass it on.
Yeah, just pass it on. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into another topic here. All right, so the president got cold. He got cold. I'm going to say cold.
Yeah.
He got cold.
And guess what? I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
I really don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Everybody's making it all. I mean, it was the only reason I'm talking about it because it was all over the news outlets.
Yeah.
It was on motherfucking Fox. It was on CNN. Now it was some shit when Fox and CNN got the same news talking about and like Fox, you supposed to hate this nigga.
Right.
You actually supposed to hate this nigga. So, well, he's got the germ. Oh, he's got the germ. Everybody reporting he's got the germ. It's like, oh golly, he's got, and it's like prompt. It's like this whole circumstance and dance. And my thing of it is on it is this. It's like everybody done went past this. I mean, it's still going around. I'm not saying that COVID ain't. Oh shit, I said the word. The road is not available. Not around. Oh man, shit. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Fuck it. But anyway, it ain't like that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Everything is gone from it now. Everything is like, when I had, like I said, I go to Family Fitness, not Family Fitness, Planet Fitness. Excuse me. I mean, I go and work out. Well, before, when the pandemic was up and rising, they asked you to serve, when you get on your phone. You ask some several questions, and then, all right, if don't come in, if you got these symptoms, you got this, don't come in. All right, back, accept, blam, and now, you got your little Scantron, you go up to the little machine, and you scan your ID in. Now, it's just like, well, just come on in. They don't even prompt that question no more.
Right.
But you got it.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing of it is, I think they're trying to rev it up again because they know the, you know, back in the day, people would have took this shit.
Yeah.
The jab.
Yeah.
A lot of met with a lot of. I mean, people took it, but it met with a lot of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And and what's sad too, man, like people punking people like, well, you're gonna lose your job if you like. I thought we was in America. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
mean, some jobs won't even hire you if you ain't got that joint.
Yeah, that's what.
Which is sad, but
And that's another thing. That's why a lot of people going remote.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason why a lot of people are, talking about, well, we can't get no one. Well, no, if you got a fucking mandate and some shit and talking about, oh, you gotta get this before you work over here with me, and they're like, nah, fuck you, we ain't rocking with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? What can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
But all I'm gonna say is, he got the jab and multiple boosters.
It's facts. So how he get it? Dang.
Multiple boosters. Now the jab was supposed to shut that shit down. The first booster was supposed to shut that shit down.
Yep.
The second booster was supposed to shut it down. And people still getting it. So dang, I don't know what to tell you, man. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Dang, Biden. Too bad you ain't black.
Why say that?
You know what he said. You don't vote for me, I ain't black.
Oh,
yeah, that's like, too bad you ain't black. Too bad you ain't black.
Right.
Too bad you ain't black, motherfucker.
Right. Man, listen.
Bang, bang!
So, yeah, on to the next. Before we shut it down, we got one more topic we didn't get to talk about last week.
Yeah,
that was some remarks that my man T-Pain made about Tupac. Basically, T-Pain was he was saying that he felt like if Pac was, I want to say he said if it ended up being more of a lyrical battle, that Pac would have got dusted, basically. And a lot of people got mad at that. Now, how did you feel about it?
I will say this: Pac getting dusted lyrically, fuck no. Now, as far as like him making a hit it up, he might got taken out sooner with this climate. And I'm just particularly thinking about the drill rappers. That might be a possibility as far as like what he was saying. Mm-hmm. I will say that. But as far as like lyrically, no. Nobody got. Come on, man. Who in this and in today's rap got a song like Dear Mama?
But see, I think that he was talking about like if him and Biggie just went at it lyrically. You know what I mean? That's what I think he more so meant. Now, if you go catalog for catalog, like who got maybe bigger hits or something like that, yeah, it would not be any kind of slaughter at all. But I think lyrically, in my opinion, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I do think Biggie would have taken him out.
But he wasn't talking about Biggie. He was talking about today's climate, the social media climate.
I might have to go back and look at it because today's climate, no. He was
Fuck no.
But when I heard it, I felt like he was talking more specifically about if him and Biggie hadn't died and they just went at it head to head.
No.
That was what happened.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it like this: if Pac and Big didn't die, T-Pain wouldn't have a career.
Right.
None of that shit, y'all coming. And I know I'm not hating on T-Pain because I mean some I had to grow into some of this new shit because I was like, man, what the fuck is this shit? It's corn. Like when I start growing up and you know what I'm saying, like I'm young man now, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This don't this shit ain't a lot of this shit just corny.
Right.
But it's a new climate. I understand at that time it was a new climate. This is what's going on. This is what's going on in the culture today. Okay, so I get it. But my thing of it is, yeah, shit, he wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for Pac.
Yeah.
If Pac didn't pass and Biggie didn't pass, you come on, man. You really think some of these people will be here? I mean, as shout out to According to Hip Hop, that's something that they was talking about. This man was 25 years old with all this shit coming out.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff that he came out, and we're still talking about it today.
Yep.
This man was 25. They had to kill him. They had to, because if he would have stayed and got old, you know how crazy he would be.
Exactly.
Like as far as like the mindset.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
You're right about that.
Come on, man. So I mean, it's like this though. It's just. And even with Big, man, like when Pac died, he was like, look, I got to set this right. I got to get West Coast and East Coast. Like that takes, and this man was 24 thinking like, you don't even have people thinking like that hardly.
Right.
And they motherfucking, in their 40s and stuff, talking about beefing and, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You pushing up AAR and P age and shit. You talking about we out here about to, like, nah. Biggie was like, nah, man, we got to get this right. We got to make this right. At 24.
At 24.
At 24, dude. What the fuck, man? And it's just like the maturity. I think a lot of, I hate to say it, man. I kind of blame Jay-Z for this shit.
Okay.
Because of the whole, I'm gonna hide behind another man. Like, for instance, like when the Nas and the Mobb Deep and all that shit was going on, he hid behind other people to be like, you didn't come at Jay direct. Like Jay would be like on some like, I'm the boss, but I'm gonna come out here with a sub boss. And you got about this guy, you ain't gonna come to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think now, since that culture, that's taken place and it's kind of deemed acceptable, now people are kind of like, they kind of getting comfortable. They're comfortable saying shit. Cause like, I mean, look, it took me a long time to say, I feel that Pac is overrated. At a certain time in my life, it took me a while because you couldn't say that right after he died. Nah, niggas, you think when that one comedian said that shit about Kobe, remember that shit?
Yeah.
And where the fuck is he now?
Right.
All right. Now imagine you saying some shit at Tupac right after he died, saying, "Yeah, fuck that nigga." You would be seen.
Not at all.
In the social media area. Era, excuse me. And if Pac died today, if he would die today, and he came back and somebody saying, like, yeah, man, fuck Pac, that nigga been missing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
People idolize that.
Now, I'm telling you, man, it was that crazy back then. Like, I mean, and this is what I'm saying. This was pre-social media.
Yeah,
this was internet for most cats. So people wasn't really saying shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go back and listen to the T-Pain video because I might have misunderstood. Because I could have swore he was talking about more so like if him and Biggie went the distance lyrically, that's what would have happened. So I might have misunderstood. So I have to go back and check that out.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it too is Pac had a different cadence.
Yeah.
He did have like a New York flow, but he didn't really, he didn't sound like anybody else. Biggie, he was kind of like a traditional, he didn't sound like everybody else neither, but the thing of it is like the style, that was already done by like Big Daddy Kane and, like the B.I.G., P.O.P.P.A., like on that type of lyrical, enunciating word files and stretching and making sure this rhymes with that. I understand why people would say, okay, yeah, he's a GOAT, like the way he puts these words together, to string this to make this complex, you know what I'm saying? But like Pac had more of the, he pulled you in with like stories and metaphors and trying to pull you in to see. And just like, again, my man from the people from According to Hip Hop, I want to, shout them out again, but they made a valid point. They were saying that the education level in this country is just dropped.
Oh, yes.
So, like, when it comes to the art, especially when it comes to the arts, people don't understand. Pac was classically trained. He was, he went to the art schools.
Yes.
So, like, he understood how to, like, convey a message.
Right.
So people can understand and feel it. So, yeah, I mean, and another shout out to the lyrical breakdown. If you check out, I, did the song with Pac, got my mind made up. Yep. He like right there. You can't tell me he ain't rapping. He rapping like the, what you would hear from like a New York MC. And he rapping with, I mean, he ain't rapping with slouches. He's got Daz, Corrupt, Meth, and Red on the fucking track. Yeah. If he, you know what I'm saying? If he's a slouch, nah, man. Like, he rapped with the best. Rapped against the best. He rapped against Nas, Jay-Z, Big, Prodigy, Chino XL. And y'all saying, like, oh, Pac ain't got no lyrics. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, man.
Man, so
Pac had them niggas shook to the point. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Jay wasn't even saying shit to Pac. Soon he dead, now he kind of, he rose up. But soon him and, Pac and Big died, he rose up and and then had the nerve to say, oh, New York been sauced and Snoop kicked the bill. Like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
I'm going to shut up.
But yeah, I mean, that was Jay. Jay was good for the talk game. Jay just wasn't about that action because, Prodigy said, him and his goons surrounded Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was like, I ain't want none. I'm just rapping, dude. I'm just rapping.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
You didn't want that Prodigy.
That's the thing, man. You can't, some people don't take lightly when you embarrass them on a screen like that. You know what I mean? They be ready to take your blood.
Prodigy was Sagittarius too.
Right. So,
Sagittarius. Goddamn, yeah. Well, Jay's a Sagittarius too, but Prodigy was like one of them, the classic. Mm-hmm. Sagittarius, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see it.
So Prodigy was like, okay, we're gonna take it to the streets. It sounds like you really want the beef.
Yeah.
And he said Prodigy and his people was waiting outside this venue that Jay-Z was at. And Jay-Z finally came outside and Jermaine Dupri was with him. He said when Jermaine Dupri saw Prodigy and his goons, he took a sharp left and was like, I'm not with you. That's on you, bro. You've been talking that shit on the record. I'm gonna let you handle that. I'm gonna go over here.
Yo.
He said Jermaine Dupri took a sharp little right. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go over this way. I'll see you later.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's one thing I can credit to 50, man. That's one thing, love him or hate him. One thing that 50 did, I can respect that Jay didn't. When 50 had beef, he addressed the beef. He didn't hide behind Yayo. He didn't hide behind Lloyd. He didn't hide behind Young Buck. Well, actually, he had beef with Young Buck, but he didn't hide behind his men. Yeah, he came and addressed the people he had beef with. He addressed Jadakiss. He addressed the Fat Joes. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I give to 50. You hate him, love him, or hate him.
Yeah.
He went, I mean, at certain people, yeah, he went at.
Yeah, definitely.
Himself.
Yeah.
He didn't hide behind nobody. But you know what I'm saying? But Jay, that's what I'm saying. He kind of missed that. It's like, that's why it is what it is now. It's like, now people can just come out and say shit. But but you didn't have the fear of getting the shit beat out of you for saying it. You don't have that. You don't. I mean, it's still there in pockets, but it's not as the street shit, man. Like in the 90s. I mean, not that I was out there, but matter of fact, I didn't want to be out there. It was so real. shit in the 90s. Yeah. Let me tell you, some of y'all favorite rappers out here that's rapping and talking about this, I got cars, money, and shit. They was in the 90s.
They wouldn't have made it.
They wouldn't have made it.
Would not have made it. 80s or 90s shit.
Yeah, 80s. Goddamn.
Yeah. Shit.
Them shit. Nah, you don't want to be out in that.
Yeah. But you know, it's what it is. What it is, man. I mean, you know, I don't hate Jay-Z or anything like that.
No, it ain't no hate. I'm just saying
his methods are different. You know,
yeah.
Jay-Z doesn't. I think he does a lot of shit talking, but Jay-Z, in the back of his mind, he's always concerned with being a wealthy person. So he's not trying to, oh, well, yeah, we were talking shit on that record, so now I gotta back it up. Let me go get my gun.
Oh yeah.
Jay-Z is like, yeah, I'm gonna talk my shit, but this is just records. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be the next Warren Buffett, and I'm trying to surpass people like Warren Buffett. So Jay-Z's more concerned with that.
Yeah.
You know, people like 50, he wants to be rich, but he like, yeah, but if I got beef, I gotta handle it, son. You know what I mean? I gotta handle it, son.
I got beef, you involved.
Right.
You involved. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a horrible 50 impression.
Yeah, man.
Got beef, you involved. Man, I don't know this, man. You involved, nigga.
Right. You involved, nigga. Right. Honestly, you know, but that kind of backfired on 52. That's why G Unit ain't nowhere to be
found.
That's why they all disbanded.
No,
but because after a while they all get tired of that. They're like, look, nigga, I'm tired of beefing just because you beefing. You know what I mean? You know, I got to be beefing every day.
Nah, man, you got to load up, man.
Right. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about T-Pain's comments about Tupac. You know, I'm gonna come back and talk a little bit more about it next week after I've had a chance to rewatch the video. But you know, if he's definitely talking more so about this day and age and the rappers that we are up against now, nah, they ain't got nothing for Tupac.
Hey man, they ain't got a prayer. Matter of fact, that's what I'm saying. The whole South owe Tupac. You know, they owe their style to Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
The whole South. I mean, now, with the exception of people like Scarface, CeeLo, Andre 3000, a couple, you know, Killer Mike, you know what I'm saying? Those are probably going to be your exceptions. But probably like everybody else in the South, nah, your whole shit came from Pac. Pac birth y'all niggas. Son y'all niggas. Son y'all niggas, son.
But yep. So yeah, man, I guess that's pretty much it. You got anything else you want to throw out there before we wrap up?
Nah, man, that's it. I appreciate, you know, y'all, you know, looking at us and, you know, just kind of been a little passionate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I apologize for the passion. But it's just, you know, man, some people, you know, when grown folk talk, man, some people just need to shut the fuck up.
Right. All right, y'all. Well, for the episode 215 and Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this is your man Kurt, and this is.
I'll tell you, my name is how it was, and I want to let you know that you don't need that man. What you need to do is build up your more money and let you know that women ain't shit. I mean, oh goddamn. That's how we, man.
There you go with that heteronormative shit.
Yeah, normative.
Oh man! But all right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace. All right.